WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Hey, welcome to the JBW Web DBWDD.com or RevRevShow.com. Oh, yes! Fucking asinine.
Can you give me a massage? I love you.
Holla at you. Ow! Ooh, girl.
Seriously.
Hello, Papa.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain High.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with. Boy. Ain't everybody getting Rocky Mountain High?
WJBW.
Yeah.
Wow, everything craps out. Hey, we're going into full steam, and boom, everything drops.
steam.
It is the JB Rev Show, WJBW Networks.com, the original, bolstering up all of our resources here for an end of this season ocho at the downtown Orlando Cush Ultra Lounge, 7 to 9 next Tuesday. We have an excellent session planned for you. We're going to release everything tomorrow. Let you know who's hanging out with us down there. Of course, the lovely proprietor of that joint, Gary. We're very grateful and thankful for him. You rock. But on this edition, we're kind of prep up that whole vein of entrepreneurial, ideapreneur type of going forward motion. This is our Ideapreneur 2.0 edition. We did this back in November, and you may remember that.
Wasn't too long ago, was it?
No, it wasn't.
So we're doing it again already?
Well, I
Less
like
than
this,
6 months.
I like the spirit of it, though. I really do, because it's it really says things can come from this little idea, and it's your hard work and persistence that kind of makes stuff happen. Like every single week we get here and we try to make stuff happen with people. So this week we're going to be talking with Sean Roberts. He's the founder of Amrak. That's an anti-bullying organization, and they're gaining some recognition.
Amrak.
Nope, it's not insurance. But
Amrak.
Nope, it's not that. But he's a great guy. We're going to talk with him, learn a little bit about that organization. We have spoken with him a little while ago. I think it was episode 200 it was when Patty Sheehan called in. We had him call in because of the anti-bullying thing. Anyway, so he's been doing great. We're going to get a reconnect with him. An 8 o'clock hour, our buddy from Halo Milo, Manny Rivera, is going to call us. He's got an endeavor. It's a digital collective. It's a design studio. It's a full-fledged digital asset kind of creation studio. So he's awesome. We're going to get to talk with him, and we'll kind of button this whole thing up with a pre-recorded conversation I was able to get with the owner of infotainment.com. They do GPS navigation factory radio upgrades, and we'll learn a little bit more about that.
I know about that place. Yeah, good shit right there.
Yeah, and they're out of Oviedo, and everybody here is right here, Central Florida. Downtown Orlando. Digital Collective, I think, is right off of Antique Row. Okay. Right over there. One of those
That's not Oviedo.
Loft spaces, but infotainment.com is in Oviedo. Anyway, that's the point. I was going round and round.
You sure were. All the way from Lake Ivanhoe to Oviedo.
Lake Ivanhoe.
I went to Oviedo High School for 9 weeks.
Did you really?
For 9 weeks.
What is, where is it?
Got expelled.
What?
It's in Oviedo.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's right there. Right off of Main Street there in Oviedo.
That's not what I meant. Okay.
Well,
but it's right downtown.
Not right downtown. I mean, there's not much of a downtown for Oviedo. But there's a cross street where there's a little diner.
Yeah,
like a garage.
It's still a quaint, kind of like DeLand. It's still got a really quaint kind of a setup. No, a little different.
DeLand's much bigger.
Much more quainter.
Yeah. I mean, there's really no downtown Oviedo. It's just basically an intersection.
Just two roads that kind of cross each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's not much there. I mean, now there's obviously a lot of houses.
I think they're building and growing a lot.
Well, yeah, area. Like I said, the houses, and of course now, when you build houses, you build strip malls.
Yeah.
There's lots of strip malls and
that's right.
Stripper balls.
Okay. That's not what we're talking about.
Because the strippers got balls in Oviedo.
So did you see this? There's this meme going around.
Oh, man.
Of,
I made
this
that meme.
lady calling the police, and I guess it all stems from this is how we feel about gentrifiers. Oakland residents throw a huge cookout at park where a white woman called the police on a black family for having a barbecue. So it's apparently the internet is just chewing this up and spitting it out as far as kind of using her meme like, oh my goodness, the funniest one I saw was like in front of the show Good Times, and they were like,
there's one right there. Yeah. That's not Good Times. That's
Men on Film.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Right. But I saw one of the Good Times, and she's calling a little caption says, I heard one of them say dynamite.
That was the Cosby Show.
Oh, whatever. No, that's Good Times.
No, there was one where I saw like Bill Cosby and the rest of the Cosby.
Okay, all right.
And I saw the one with the Cosbys.
Anyway, I just thought that was kind of appropriate because I think a lot of what the world is going on today is like the public court of opinion on the internet. Right? It's like there's a judge, jury, executioner, and if you do something that's like even slightly wonky, people are going to hold your ass accountable. And I'm looking at this. Hold on. Can we bring it up?
Bring it up.
Hold on.
So we can see what you're talking about.
Sound? Oh, they just got I don't want to go on the full video. It's clickbait. So. Anyway, that's the point. It's kind of a lot of this is just a distraction from stuff that's really important. But yet I think it kind of touches on a deeper topic that, you're out there. Why would you say I'm going to call the police on them? And apparently she thinks she had a very good reason. Several more videos people show people dancing in the parks and lines of cars highlighting how packed the response went. Police responded to the April 25th incident after the woman's call, but did not issue any citations. So I think, they had a big family cookout there, just a big cookout going on, and people are partying and having fun. And a lot of our world, too, nobody wants to see you do that. People think they got a right to tell you how to live your life, and that's just not how it goes. You got your own choice. You make your own damn choice. Yes. That's what makes America great, I say. Being able to be different, but yet get shit done.
Word.
Yeah?
Yeah, Shane. Yeah. Curious cat trying to ruin my crime.
What are you doing over there?
I'm just looking at pictures of naked ladies.
Are you really?
No.
Oh.
But it sounded good, right?
You turned off the keyboards?
I do. No.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you were doing great.
Yeah.
It's like in stereo, actually.
Stereo. It's in hi-fi stereo.
So what have you been doing? What have you been up to?
Man, I'll tell you what.
What have you been doing, man?
I had a little get-together at the
Hacienda?
Yeah. It wasn't many people. Like AK-1200. Him and his wife came over. And just a couple. It was like maybe 6 people. 7. Then turned into like 20, and before you knew it.
Oh, damn. Old school house party.
People brought a goddamn keg.
Jumping off the roof into the pool.
That's the sound of the police. Yeah. No, it was only about 6 people.
Still,
but good people,
Yeah, quality.
People. Yeah.
Well, your house is all refurbished. It must be looking lovely, and now you got the pool season coming up. Are you worried about hurricane season?
I'm always worried about
this year.
Season.
Well, last year you gave us more of a prediction. Said there will be serious shit last year before those ones came through. So what is your Reverend's revelation?
Man,
Nostradamus prediction
with the weather patterns the way they've been lately.
You just never know,
especially like right now. I mean, there's these big major storms coming up the East Coast right now, coming towards the East Coast.
Well, it's raining at a weird time, right? It's supposed to be not raining now, and
that's right.
Flowers blooming.
Drought.
April showers bring more May showers? No. It was pretty dry in April, though, I think. It's been raining. It's supposed to rain all crazy this week. Anyway, all right.
Yeah, it is supposed to all this week.
All this week, man. We are not weather people. We are not news people. We are entertainers.
Let's talk about the Doppler.
What?
The
Doppler radar. Oh, God.
I heard those Dopplers are actually a conspiracy. Control the weather.
With that's the NOAA or the Ark, right, in Alaska, I think. That's an old conspiracy theory. But isn't the problem with all these conspiracy theories, like I think last time you were here you brought some of this stuff up, but isn't the problem with is that stuff gets harder and harder to prove? Or to, it's like so outlandish. And maybe that ties us up to our opening comment there, how people kind of held accountable on the damn internet. And
It's true.
If they do this net neutrality thing, you're going to have to cost. That free speech is going to dwindle away. Dwindle, I say. Anyway, let's bust over to a track. This is a group called Patawawa with a song called Lie. The JB Rev Show. We'll be right back.
My mind, it can't keep going with this. My mind, it has to love.
I'm dazed and I'm confused. I guess my grip just got a bit loose. I'm slowly slipping, my thoughts quicken, then it quickens every single time. My light has gone out in the wind again. That's how it seems. My mind, it can't keep going with this. My mind, it has to love. I'm dazed and I'm confused. I guess my grip just got a bit loose. I'm slowly slipping, my thoughts quicken, then it quickens every single time. My light has gone out in the wind again. That's how it seems. My mind, it can't keep going with this. My mind, it has to love.
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, welcome back. It is the Reverend over there across the way. I am JB Webb. Every week we talk with talented people, try show a little bit of the love, and this is our Ideapreneur edition. I'm stoked to be able to reconnect with this guy. It is Mr. Sean Roberts. Thank you for gracing our call, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Good
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. You know, what I love is we were just talking a little bit off air about how, you know, we spoke with you a couple years ago, what have you, I think when we had Patty Sheehan on here. And, you know, that was kind of almost the beginning. But since then, you just, man, have done amazing stuff with Amrak, AMRAK. And maybe give us like a little 1,000-foot view of that organization, how it started, and then kind of some of the terrain you've been covering here the last couple of years.
Awesome. Well, Amrak is karma spelled backwards, and I created it because I got bullied in the industry and participating in an event and helping the person, and they wanted to take full credit for what I did. So as a result of that, I said, you know what, I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to create a company and an experience where that it'll showcase what I'm capable of doing. And so I came up with Amrak, but it was karma first. And a friend of mine said, why don't you call it Amrak? And I said, what was that? And he said, it's karma spelled backwards.
That's
and then
brilliant.
I ran with it.
Yeah.
And then what I did was I started off at the International School of Autism in Kissimmee.
Okay.
Cool.
Interviewed some of the kids, gave them medals and awards, and had some people sing to them and speak with them to make them feel good about themselves. And just to give you a little bit about what Amrak is that we reverse how kids and people feel about themselves by letting them showcase their talents. So what we would do is we would produce a music video or a movie or a commercial with the people that were bullied. And so we're giving them a voice back by doing that, and we're giving them their personalities back by doing these things. Yeah. And so when I was...
Yeah, and I was going to say, just like the name, you're kind of flipping it on its head. That whole bad experience, you're saying, hey, let's flip it and give you a positive vibe out of this thing. Yeah.
Yes. And so I started out just going around promoting the brand, and you were one of the first people that gave me the opportunity to have a voice for myself as well as a voice for others to be on your show. And I'm grateful for that because, you know, I never forget the people that helped me put the cement down when building a house. Right. And that's very important to me. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, no doubt, Sean, man. That's, you know, and when I was putting this episode together, I said, you know what would be awesome just to reconnect with you, because the ground you've covered in the last couple of years is amazing. You have a lot of acclaim, a lot of recognition, and, you know, maybe speak to that, how the you know, contagiousness of the movement kind of propelled itself, maybe.
Awesome. Well, basically, you know, as honest as I can be, is people like yourself that I've connected with, and they are the reasons why we're moving so fast. We're covering a lot of ground. We've been in about 10 magazines. We just got into Orlando Art Magazine. Wow. And we're going to be at Orlando Urban Film Festival on the big screen May 25th to the 27th.
So this is the movie.
I'm sorry?
So this is this is a movie?
Well, we had a movie in November.
Right.
And now I wrote a song called I Matter, and it was sung by a 13-year-old who was bullied. And so we just finished filming that out in Lake Wales as well as Orlando, and looking to have that on the big screen at the AMC at Universal Studios.
Remarkable.
That's awesome.
And that's part of the Film Fringe, kind of the Film Fringe deal, right?
Yes. And, you know, it's really interesting because a lot of people don't understand this, but it takes, and I'm not just trying to, you know, I'm saying this respectfully, not, you know, say, oh, look, you know, but, you know, it takes people like you to give us that push to get to where we're at. You know, and so
and
you know,
it takes
we've been
people.
Blessed. We're covering a lot of ground.
Yeah,
you know,
and
politicians are involved and all that good stuff.
And that's great. And I think it takes people out there that are listening to this and maybe kind of feel a little synergy or crackle, you know, with Amrak, because I think, you know, everybody probably at some point kind of has their own story, you know, of some scenario, and it's not to complain like, oh, something didn't work out, you know, but. You know, more of, you know, they were taken advantage of to a degree, You know, and sadly, the system and the world we live in almost kind of just overlooks that on a daily basis. It's kind of how the world's put together. Like, oh, grow up, lift yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yes.
But when things are not a level playing field, and you're going, hey, this is not a level playing field, and they're like, grow up. Well, then that's a problem. Anyway, all right, I'm going off on my. We're speaking with Sean Roberts of Amrak, Facebook. Amrak Anti-Bully is the Facebook page. Appreciate that the fact you're definitely showing us some, and it's amrakantibully.org. I think that site is up and rocking. Yeah. And but yeah, thanks for the kudos. But that's moreover, I want to emphasize that, you know, the work you're doing and the work and the people that you're connecting with, seeing wrongs and helping a therapeutic way kind of to make them right is very powerful.
Yeah, what we basically doing is kind of funny. It's almost like, because I had an opportunity to go to prep school, and what we're doing is we're basically creating an environment for those who have been bullied as well as those who are bullying, where that, you know, when I grew up, it was that, you know, everyone knew everyone and we took care of each other. So it's a community of people in the entertainment industry, in politics, wherever you are. If you're a part of Amrak, you're taking care of the family, and that's for those who can't defend themselves, can't speak for themselves. You're like, hey, you know, that's my neighbor. Hey, that's my friend. You know, we have your back, and that's what Amrak is all about. Yeah, we have your back, and you know, there's opportunities for you to speak up and do amazing things.
Yeah, no doubt. And Sean, I guess lately with a lot of the stuff that you have going on, weren't you actually recognized for something on a magazine here? Is it locally? I think, you're on the cover of a magazine. I was like, wow, what's going on? So tell us a little about that experience. That's pretty cool.
You know, I want to share this story quickly with you guys. What happened was, you know, like when you're doing things, you know, you have people who want to stop you and things like of that nature. And I tried to apply to one of the magazines, and I did everything possible to get into the magazine. And they said, yes, we're going to run it. And then they put it in, then they called me back and said, you know, we're not going to run it. And then I was really upset about that. And then I remembered this, and I said, you know what? When something, and I want to share this with the audience and you, when something bad happens, God is preparing you for something great. And when that happened, I was really frustrated and angry, and I say, nope, there's something bigger and better is going to happen. And then that's when the magazine, which is Onyx Magazine, blessed me to be on the cover of their magazine.
See, and that's great, though, too, because it was like almost a test of what you're preaching, right? the test of what you preach will come up in the worst way and try to, like, oh, look at you not doing what you said. Yeah, and so good on you.
So I got a question for you. Have you ever seen, not you, JB, have you ever seen, and it's a great show, I just watched it right before we came here. It was one of my favorite shows when it was on the air, but Hulu just picked it up, but it's the first pilot episode of My Name is Earl. Have you ever...
okay. No, I've never seen it. But I heard about it.
At some point, as a recommendation from me, you should check it out because it's really feel-good sitcom, and there's the cast is great, but it's all about karma. So, and that's why,
there you go. Yeah, you're right. That show was relatively cerebral for the time. They did try to, but that's
it's really funny too. I mean, it's got good lowbrow humor, and it's all about karma. So that's why I'm even bringing this up. So check it out.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
All right,
I appreciate it.
All right, cool, man.
The Reverend. Yeah. Stopping the show to talk about what was it?
Sitcom.
What was
My name is Earl.
My name is Earl.
It's
Thank
funny,
you.
Man.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. It's good shit, man. You're gonna love that shit.
Thanks, buddy.
Don't make me bully you.
Okay. Don't make me bully you.
I won't do it.
No, it'll just come back at you.
I won't do it.
Don't do it.
I won't
All right.
do it.
So let's get back to this a little session here, because I want to say too, you know, activism is almost never takes a day off. You know, you've got to always be, have your wits about you. And so I'm sure you're taking. What's the best way if somebody hears about Amrak, they want to get involved as a volunteer?
Amrak.
Yeah, and Jerry Reverend wants to do the Aflac.
Amrak.
Okay, he thinks you should do that. All right. We'll get a clean soundbite later.
Amrak.
But what's the best way? Is it people go to Amrak AMRAK, antibully.org.
Right.
Yes.
That's
and
the best
yes, they go there and
Slash
they can
Big Hoochie Mama.
They could be a part of the organization, as well as they can contact me through email, as well as through my telephone number. And we welcome people. We want people who want to make a difference.
Perhaps Telegraph?
This organization is about really making a difference, and we stand by that. So if it's okay, I would love to share my email if that's possible.
Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
And it's a funny one, and I do it this way so that you can remember it. It's old, O-L-D, head, H-E-A-D, 234@gmail.com.
Oldhead234.
No one in there.
Okay.
Don't put the one in there.
There's
or if you want to send a Morse code,
in head, is
the
it?
Morse code is this.
Okay. Yeah. And then, you can contact me. My personal phone number is 321-304-0353.
Okay.
Calling that right now.
And we're constantly doing things, and we want people to volunteer, and we want people to get involved. So don't be afraid to get involved. And if you want to donate, if you want to be a sponsor, please email me on my webpage as well. And we're just going to keep making this wave bigger and bigger.
Take action, donate. It is Amrak antibully.org. That's the website. You can go in there and be a part of that. But again, man, really hats off to you for
you've come
all
a long
the work,
way, man. It's awesome.
All the work that you've done in this little bit of time. And like I said, people are, taking to what you're doing because it's authentic, I believe.
Yes, I appreciate that because, that's what it's all about, is just being real about everything. You know when I first started out, and, I started out pretty much just an idea and just hard work, just persevering and just keep going. And I'm sharing this with people that want to do stuff, just go out and do it. I didn't have a budget,
right? Ideology.
I'm not making a lot of money. It's just pretty much, I still work a day job and I just make things happen. I just believe in what I'm doing.
Nice.
And that's it.
People are
you're an inspiration.
Following along. Yeah, no doubt. So thank you, man. Thank you for keep Amrak bearing the torch. Amrak, hold on. You want to get a clean one? Hold on. We'll tag what time signature I had. Let him go ahead and try to get. Oh, you want some effects or something?
Yeah,
hold on. So,
Amrak.
Hold on.
Amrak.
Yeah.
Amrak.
But I appreciate it, gentlemen. It really, opportunities like this is the push that keeps me going.
Amrak.
Okay, I think he got a clean one. All right, he's still trying to get a little tag for you, but hey, brother, seriously, try to keep up with us too. I mean, feel free to reach out if there's something you're doing.
Yeah,
we're closing out the 8th season. We're going to start back up in September. Over the summer, though, we'll be out and about. We have a summer tour we're going to announce, so maybe we can meet up at one of your events or do something from there. So let's keep tagged up, see if we can keep cross-pollinating, as it were, and keep moving forward. On the line with Sean Roberts of Amrak. You're incredible. Appropriately, we're going to cut over to TV Girl with taking What's Not Yours back. Hang on the line with us, Sean. DJB Rev Show.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
She left alone.
copy of Gravity's Rainbow that she probably didn't read. And how about my Laura Nyro record she probably threw away when she moved? And how about the half a box of lentils from when I cooked her food that she probably didn't use? I want to dedicate this jam to all those things I left behind in girls' apartments and various domiciles over the years. Sometimes you gotta leave in a hurry, man, what can I say? Except I didn't forget about any of it. Taking it all back.
WJBW.
You don't want this.
The electronics is so predominant that people would really prefer that.
All right. We're back at the JB Rev Show. It's me, the Reverend.
What's up?
We got JB over there.
How you doing?
Hey, man. That was good, man.
Good job.
Nice talking with Sean.
Wasn't that a cool effort that he's part of?
Totally.
I think, and that kind of exemplifies what we're going to experience on this edition of Ideapreneur. It's our 2.0 session, and venerating, and that kind of call to me, though, that goes a long way with me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we don't do this for any kind of payoff, like we were just talking about. He was like, do you have a banner? Hey, do you have business cards? You know, and it's like, we just don't. We don't have stickers on the cars. We're not pretending we're more than we are, I guess.
True that.
So we're doing it for the love, because I think you're going to hit the right ears. It doesn't matter if you hit a lot of ears. When you're doing it for the love, you're hitting the right ears. At least that's
true.
What. You hitting those ears? Those
Yeah.
Dana's ears?
I'd like to hit them ears.
Won't
man.
hit them ears. That's probably why she met you when you were a DJ, didn't she? That's probably why
No,
she was like,
well, I'm still a DJ.
when
when
you
she
were a
met me,
younger DJ.
When
how's
she
that?
met me, I was a DJ.
You sent me a cool picture, man. It was awesome. Where was that? You in
Yeah.
that life-size cereal ad-looking picture?
That
It was
me,
crazy.
man.
That was great. You should post that out there. That's fun as hell.
All right,
picture.
all right.
That's what. But that's kind of what that was in the 90s, right?
That was it was in '93.
Well, you used some kind of app or
picture.
something.
Well, yeah.
But still, it was a great evoking of the 90s. You should post that out there. I suggest.
I'm gonna throw that out there.
All right, no, it's not that one.
Yeah.
Not that.
Here.
That's a dick pic. Nope. Not that.
Oh, gross.
Okay. Anyway, coming up at the 8 o'clock hour, we have a chat with Manny from Digital Collective, so we'll find out a little bit about that. But before that, I think we might have time to do a revelation.
Let's do that.
If this is not too long. How long is this?
No, it's like 4 minutes, I think.
Okay, so I guess, did I try this last time? I'm going to try it in the player.
So, but let me talk about it. Yeah, hold on. Let's. So this is a Brooklyn duo. And this is from like 10 years ago, but I just rediscovered because Sasha actually did a re-edit of one of their songs. I'm like, oh my god, I haven't heard of home video in forever. And the song we're going to hear is it's 10 years old, but it's very it's dark and groovy. It's a duo out of Brooklyn. And they're badass.
Okay, so I'm shutting down the phones and everything so we can stream this live.
Ooh, all right.
It's home video. There's a track called That You Might. Is that correct?
That You Might.
Okay.
That You Might. That is correct.
I'm going to press a button.
All right.
side and for a minute give in. That you might see my side and for a minute give in. That we are weak and we are suffering. That you might see my side and for a minute give is a driving me to stand beside. We are made to be ignorant and quiet as we give it up for nothing, and we lead to be taken away. That you might see my side and for a minute give in. You might see my side and for a minute give in. And we are weak and we are suffering. But you might see my side and for a minute
Oh, yeah. What's going on? This JB Rev Show. That was home video.
That was incredible.
Yeah, man.
I love the sound of that stuff.
Yeah, dude.
And I was looking at that. I guess it came from 2006.
So more than 10 years ago.
And you know what's crazy is there were where are they from? Are they from
Brooklyn.
Oh, they're from America.
Yeah, they're from America. Yep. Brooklyn.
That's great. Home
Do,
video.
out of Brooklyn.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go find them.
Yeah, it's
Are they on?
they're on Spotify.
Okay.
If you
that's-
try to look for them anywhere else, you
It's
get all
nowhere?
kinds of weird, crazy shit.
Oh.
Including that.
Two moms and a.
I like the animation series called Home Video.
Oh.
But that's
Home
not.
Video.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But like
I
I said,
found them. I found them first thing
on Spotify.
on Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook,
I'm gonna go
really?
like them.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
Cool, man. So yeah,
Home Video at Home Video Band on Facebook, at Home Video Band.
there you go.
On Facebook, so there they are. Anyway, they're a duo. It looks like that's great. Let's read about them a little bit. Hold on, they have members. Yeah, there's more. David Gross, Colin Rufino,
That's it.
Jim Orzo, Chris Berry, hometown
Berry.
New Orleans.
Yeah, but they're from Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn. Yeah, current location, Brooklyn.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow, that's some great stuff. Well, that is exactly why we do this every week, or try to do it as frequently as possible with the revelations, because your swatch of music history is wide. So we appreciate it.
Indeed.
Giving us a little sample, as it were.
Yes, man.
So good. So queuing up for the call here with our buddy Manny over at Digital Collective. Let me make sure I get everything set up here. Last week, were you able to hear we had
What?
we had Hammerling?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, I did.
In
I
studio. Did
listened.
you hear
Yeah.
a little bit about that?
Who was the girl that was with him?
It was
Lindsay?
Noel.
Noel. Who's that? Do I know her?
I think you do.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think you know her.
I do.
No? Do you?
I don't know, man.
Anyway. All right.
Sounded familiar.
You can't do it. All right. You don't know.
I don't. What happened?
We'll be right back.
Well, what happened to my...
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
What's going on, man?
There you go. Just
Are we
prepping
on air
up.
now?
I forgot I had everything shut down. I had the phone lines.
Oh, yeah.
I had everything shut down. So, all right. So we're expecting our call now here. In
Anytime. You just got
any
you got a message on your phone over there. What's going on?
Oh, my gosh, you're making me
Maybe-
nervous.
Oh,
Stop that.
stop.
Oh, okay. He says he's calling.
Oh,
there you go.
well, I don't hear the phone ringing.
A precursor.
I do not.
Well,
hear
that's
the-
because I didn't have it on. That's why. I said we need to take a little step away from the
Hey, let
situation,
me see that
analyze
lighter.
what's going
I'm gonna
on,
Start a fire over here
analyze this.
with some doobage.
Please don't do that.
I'm gonna smoke some doobie. No,
Well,
I don't smoke.
You sound
shit.
like Chris Farley over there or something.
Smoke some. Hey,
Okay. Nope. Let's not. Let's veer away from wherever you're going there.
come on, man. I want to talk about some shit with this guy calling in.
No,
Right?
what?
Yep.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna start-
Don't be hard on him. You know him. He's our friend. Stop that.
Everybody's our friend, JP.
Yeah, we gotta have friends.
Gotta have friends.
Anyway, so the Orlando Fringe Festival, all the stuff on the lawn is totally free.
Totally
so
free.
if you don't know about that, go Google that right now.
Google that right now.
Okay.
That was in stereo.
Wow, you said it. Hey, welcome to the call. I believe this is our friend Manny from Digital Collective.
Hey, JB. How you doing?
Doing great, buddy. How are you?
Good.
Man, thanks so much for giving us some time. I know things have been popping. You've been on with us in the past, of course, some of your musical endeavors. So always love to kind of reconnect. And what you're doing here currently over the last year or so, I'd say, is something that's always been akin to your skill set with the digital production, with being a design house, a design studio. So I'd love to kind of hear maybe how the whole formation of Digital Collective, 1,000-foot view on it, and give us a little storyline there.
Do it.
Yeah. I've been working out of my house for the last 4 years, working for agencies all over the country, and I decided to take the next step, new chapter of my life, to actually create something and try to present myself as a company for the first time. So it's kind of a test thing that I'm doing. So I got some commercial property on Lake Ivanhoe. Still just a one-man show.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to trying to see what I could do in this small town of Orlando and see if I can make some noise with some of my design work that I've been doing. And like I said, most of the work that I've been doing is for companies all over the country, like Boston, San Jose, California, Atlanta, Georgia, some pretty big companies that I've been doing work for. So just trying to now here in this small town of ours, trying to now say, hey, look what's happening here. Look what you have here in this town. So,
and I think, you've always done stuff with great flair and bravado, eye-catching stuff. And in the world that we live in now, the companies have to have these digital assets, in order just to voice their brand or kind of move on to, capture a new audience or what have you. So you've got to be able to think in a lot of different venues or services areas. But people can go to your website. It's digitalcollective.studio and check out some of your amazing work. You've got a little bit of a portfolio there, some intro videos and things like that. But you guys, you do motion graphics, graphic design, digital solutions.
That's one thing that this town lacks is the resources for animation or informative motion graphics. A lot of the agencies here are mostly either web or print. So I think there's just a handful of animation studios here in Orlando. There's more in Tampa and Miami, but here locally, there's just a small handful. So I think, with the skills that I have, I can even help a lot of the local agencies here as well. So I don't know how that's going to play out, or that's going to be a political thing, but I'm always
You're up for being like for hire.
Other
yeah.
agencies.
Being a riding shotgun on a project or something like that. See, and that's true because there's a lot of collaboration that has to go on. But once you kind of get lit up with, somebody, I mean, this could be a bigger foray into, things that you're doing creatively. And, we originally spoke to you some time ago about music. Are you still doing music?
Yeah. I'm not putting that much energy towards it like I did years ago. But that's still in my blood and it's still part of my life. So it's an outlet, some people go play golf or whatever, I play music.
Yeah.
So,
and that's super helpful.
That's my release for any stress in my life with work or anything like that. I love music. It's always been in my background. So, and also Donovan's going to be moving down here. So we might be playing a lot.
Really?
More,
I saw a reunion show, so
stuff.
that's great. Yeah. Oh, wow. There you go. And that was Blue Meridian. Yeah, that's awesome. So he's moving back, you said? Oh, that's cool. Breaking.
Yeah, he's moving back. Yeah, he's moving back. And
nice.
we're doing a couple acoustic things. And whoever remembers Blue Meridian back in the late 90s or late 2000s, we're going to be playing some acoustic stuff. All us old people can come out now and check out our music. So,
Well, what's cool too, with what you're doing with the design, the digitalcollective.studio, is, basically being able to get involved in different projects or offer different extensions of companies' existing marketing, their development. Like I know immediately some people that come to mind for logo design and branding, and it's probably way dumbed down, but from what you do on a regular basis. But I would say too, that kind of thing keeps you flowing, keeps you doing new stuff. Are you open to different kind of, maybe more commercial stuff?
Oh yeah, I take anything small to a lot of big things, but my primary focus is either educational videos. It's all informative videos, but it all starts from just basically graphic design. So,
totally.
Yeah, there's no limitation there as far as the size of the project. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it looks like some pretty big names are some of your clients or some of the work as far as in your portfolio that you've done. But are there things that are in your career or new skills that you're always kind of working on? I'm sure on the animation side, there's probably all kinds of software and stuff.
The great thing about being in design and arts that it's always changing. It's always changing.
No
you
doubt.
have to stay on top of the latest trends. Technology is always changing all the time. Just like, we all get software updates all the time. It's the same thing with media and design. It's always changing all the time. You just got to stay on top and see what's the latest trends and most eye-catching, but things become more wow every day to me. I mean, it's amazing how far it's gone. I mean, I started doing animation in 99 when Flash was big. All the websites was Flash enhanced, and that's when I started doing animation. And it's way harder back then than it is now.
Right.
So
things are more drag and drop, almost right versus.
Oh yeah, now yeah. A lot of the apps are drag and drop, but when it comes to the motion graphics, there's still a lot of creativity that needs to go to it, but it's not as difficult to create an awesome animation. It's not going to blow up your computer.
Right.
Back in the day, it's like if you have anything that's 200 megs, forget it. You're not even going to see it. That's like in the early 2000s, but now it's it's streamless.
So it's like your website says, Progressive Design Technology. You are a multimedia studio, and I love this last little line. We breathe design, we think digital.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I want us to embrace the future because we are in the future, and it's anything's possible. That's why I'm so excited about what I do, because things always progress and to the better. So yeah,
I agree. And I'm rolling your Digital Collective kind of promo bio here in the background, and that's where the superlative sound is coming from. And when you go watch this or share this out there, it's remarkable because you're thinking, hey, you are doing all of this stuff. It's remarkable. So your work is incredible. Yeah. So
I mean, my goal is to make all my clients look like they are are a A-list company.
No doubt.
So, with my services, I could definitely take it to that level at a minimal cost, too, as well.
Yeah, and I think that's a great representation. Digital Collective Studio, digitalcollective.studio. Sorry, that's the website.
Right.
But you are a studio. It's Manny. He's totally open for collaboration and working with your project, learning about the business. So go check out that website, support him, go in person. Now, talk to me about some of the you said you have a little space, commercial space right there on Lake Ivanhoe, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that right?
Lake Ivanhoe, we're right next to Hammered Lamb. I'm sure everybody knows what that is.
Okay.
So we're right next door to Hammered Lamb, above Tim's Wine.
Okay.
And a tattoo parlor called The East. They're right there.
So
and,
people could even stroll up there.
It's an awesome space. I love it.
During the day.
When I'm there, I get things done much more than working out of my house for the last 4 years.
Right.
So being there, it's definitely inspirational.
It's like, you got to.
This is all still new too. Like I said, I'm still a one-man show, and I just released the website 2 weeks ago, and
exciting.
Yeah, I'm so
kudos
optimistic about what can happen, and I have a meeting soon with UCF regarding some medical work. So
that's great.
Having this space definitely has taken me to another level, which I couldn't have done out of my house. So it's worth the investment if anybody ever wants to take it to the next level. You have to get out of your house and
you have to have a space dedicated.
And then see, you can't predict it. You have to. Well, if you have the drive for it,
that has to be the fuel. Yeah, you got to make it real by having that almost weight hanging over your head. Like, okay, we got to do this.
You have to have that belief
like,
to do it.
Got to make it happen.
Yeah, totally. And I'm the prime example of anything can happen because I came from nothing. I quit school at 15. Focusing on just being a musician.
Yeah.
I didn't have any kind of direction until I discovered graphic design at 18.
Nice.
And, between the music and the graphic design, then I was totally just focused on either the two. So it was either music or graphic design. The music didn't happen. So my primary focus was graphic design. But
man,
I still believe if you put your mind to anything and you're willing to take risks, it will happen. It always does, because most people don't want to take the risk. They just are just comfortable in their situation and just get that paycheck every week, and you have to take the risk in life.
Absolutely.
So
I wish I would have gotten it right. You said I was in school till 18, but I discovered my talent when I was 14, which was masturbation. And
wow.
And here I am. Just kidding.
Thanks for putting that in there.
Just kidding.
Did we lose you with all the tech talk over there,
well,
Reverend?
I'm still. I connected with the drop.
I'm showing
I dropped
you
out of
his
school
work.
when I was 15. I see that Boeing, EMC squared. Arctic,
I've done
Dell.
a lot of work for Boeing.
Yeah.
But I can't show it.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
A lot of engineering, educational video, which is awesome because I've done a lot of 3D Boeing 747s or all their aircrafts or their motors and all that stuff. It's so awesome. But if anybody wants to see it, I can send them a private link and they can see.
No, I'm looking at it right now.
I can't show.
Awesome.
So,
That's
and talking with Emmanuel Rivera of Digital Collective.studio. I'm showing Reverend your promo video in the thing, and now he's intrigued. Okay, I should have shown him this first. I saw Ace Cafe in there too.
Yeah, I saw it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw it.
So good deal.
Yeah, that was back like 4 years ago. I did some work way before they opened up that location in Orlando. So I did some pitch work for them. So I guess it worked out. And they got it. So they got the space.
Well, you rock, brother. Well, and we want to encourage
Thanks.
people to go check you out. It's over there, digitalcollective.studio on the interwebs.
I'm really impressed
We'll share
now.
the link. That's what I'm saying is like we were talking about this.
I take my masturbation remark earlier.
Okay, you're going to remove that? You're going to strike that? We can't.
Yeah.
We're live.
We
you
can't
just
edit
brought
it.
it up again, though. That makes it worse. You should have just let it be.
I was 14,
just
man.
let it be, Reverend.
All right.
Anyway, okay. I'm sorry, Manny. I can't control him. I
was a
never
masturbation
could.
collective.
I never could.
Right.
Anyway, all right. But you rock, brother. This work is truly amazing.
Yeah,
and what I love, again, is we've been speaking with people that we were connected with a couple years ago, and kind of to see the movement, the progress is
and
remarkable.
You've gone, totally. You've moved along quite
so
well.
You've moved into this incredible burgeoning, and
it's nice
if
to
you need
recap
logos, you need work. Yeah, that is kind of cool to recap.
See the growth.
Maybe that's what we should do the next season, is just recap with everybody. Right?
Yeah,
just
see where they are now.
See where they are, where you're at now,
really took off.
And then we'll get a show with NBC.
Yeah.
Where are they now?
We'll go,
and
look at where we still
are. And then
are.
we'll have a big fight and swap wives.
Right.
Is that going to happen? No, I don't know. Anyway, all right. Talking a little bit about this, and of course we're rough and rowdy, as you know. But at any rate,
it's all good.
We're comic relief, if you will.
It is an incredible representation of the work that you do, and it's amazing. I'm sure when you look back at it, you're like, wow, I did all this. I did all this. You're putting that reel together. You must be like, wow, I've chronicled this, amount of time, and it's a great representation of what you're capable of.
I'm always looking to better myself, so that's whatever you see there it's something I've seen so many times. So I'm already working on the next thing. So, but I am. I'm very fortunate, or I'm very in tune of what I do. But
see, the sad thing about my thing is I can only get as far as like eroto asphyxiation. And that's as far as you can go with the masturbation thing.
What are you talking about?
It'll probably kill me.
Why is he doing this? Why is he? I'm all trying to post links to Facebook to promote these people, and you're just making it uncomfortable.
No, come on.
Okay, stop that, Reverend. All right, I'm sorry, Manny. Anyway.
No, that's all good.
So anything, let's bypass all of that stuff and try to button this up in a professional way. Thank you.
Okay.
God.
It was good.
Reverend. Anyway, so moving forward. So you said, I guess moving away from the digital collective a little bit. You said he's coming back.
Blue Meridian.
Yeah.
Blue Meridian. Yeah, we played a couple shows, and this year we played at the Imperial, and we also played at the Verdana.
Okay.
Is that right? Verdana, right there on Washington and Orange. It used to be like a wedding place, but now it's like a place to play music. I don't know. But yeah, we played there. It was pretty awesome. I got to see a lot of the old people that used to, or the older fans that used to come see us back in the day. But and Eric was actually going to play with us.
Really?
Leviano?
Leviano?
Oh.
Yeah.
Leviano?
I didn't say his last name because of that.
Oh, yeah, because I know it's hard to say his last name.
Late Night Leviano.
Yeah. It's, man, that's awesome, because Eric is back in town right now.
He's
I actually hung out with him.
Really?
Hung out. He came to my house last week.
Is he still here?
Yeah, he's still here.
I don't know. Yeah. Invite him to Kush. Anyway, all right.
Good.
Well, we'll be out and about over the summer, so maybe we can kind of reconnect with you in some kind of way, a live event or what have you. We'll figure it out. But speaking with Emmanuel Rivera of digitalcollective.studio, you do great work there. Of course, a gifted, talented musician. It seems like everything you do, because you embrace that core principle of bust your butt, work hard, do quality work. Your path to success is ahead.
Yes, it's all about work ethics.
Yeah.
A lot of, that's the great thing is that, a lot of people are lazy. For me, it's great for me because I'm not, and I get a lot of work. So, you can't be lazy. You have to really be focused in what you do.
Yeah.
And especially if you don't, a lot of kids these days, they have their moms or dads to fall back on, but I don't think that's healthy. I think everyone needs to be in survival mode.
It's true.
In order to take it to the next level or or even push the envelope and reach for the stars. I mean, you have to. I mean, I'm still not where I want to be. I'm moving towards that, but I'm so thankful that I found something that I love to do. I love what I do for work, and I think everybody should find that.
No doubt. And it's like you said, it's the more you work, the more you work kind of a deal. It's true. So it's good that you have.
You need to find something that you really love to do. I know it's hard for some people, but it's definitely it's all about quality of life too. I mean, it definitely helps you mentally in all.
Yep.
To find what you want to do and not be depressed of where you're at. You know, I think that should be like the most important thing in everybody's life, is to find out what they want to do in life.
Absolutely. There you go. And that's very well said. Very well said. So we'll close kind of on that note. And I believe going into a cover of the national Anyone's Ghost. This is a group called Night Drive. So dig these sounds. We'll be right back. Go to digitalcollective.studio to find out more about the awesome work Manny's doing over there at Digital Collective. It's the JB Rev Show. We'll be right back.
Right.
Thanks.
WJBW. You don't want the electronics is so predominant that people would really.
All right. There you go. So to wrap things up, of course, as always, we like to thank our sponsors every single week, and we do try to talk about these folks that we work with that are also ideapreneurs. And we have one more last little session here with the owner of infotainment.com. It's Doug Indrunas. So hang on for that. But of course, pocashottest.com, POCASHOTTEST.com. ShannonHoltArt.com, Kush Ultra Lounge, Dank Orlando City Smoke Shop, Infotainment.com. There you go. There's a modern music movement. So thank you all each and every week. And as we all ask, just share this stuff out there. Let it go. Share it out there. Yeah, that's right. All right, so after this, queuing up a little chat, I was able to pre-record with the owner of Infotainment, Doug, and it's a good little conversation. It's interesting if you want to learn about factory radio upgrades and maybe available for your vehicle. Pretty cool stuff. You got a base stock radio or something like that, a little tiny screen, upgrade to a touchscreen navigation radio, a factory one for your domestic vehicle. So you'll hear all about that. Anyway, again, love and respect each other. Thank you. I'm going to go to bed after this, for sure.
WJBW.
Hey, what's up? It's JB Webb. I am out here at one of our sponsors we talk about with pretty much on the weekly. They do awesome touchscreen navigation radio upgrades, basically for domestic vehicles. But I'm sitting with the owner of infotainment.com. It's Doug Andrunas. How the heck you doing, buddy? Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, we love talking about you guys every week, and sometimes people ask me, what are they? What do they do? And I'm like, just go to the website and check it out. So I thought maybe it'd be cool to get a little talk with you and kind of learn a little bit about your organization, learn a little bit about what you guys do over here. Basically, you're helping people put in safety features in their vehicles with factory equipment, right?
Exactly. As technology increases in vehicles, we basically take that technology and put it in older vehicles.
Like retrofit vehicles. Like I saw there's cool stuff for putting Apple CarPlay, Android Auto in vehicles and stuff like that. That must be awesome.
Yep. Not only that, but we do backup cameras, satellite radio, Bluetooth, hands-free calling, so on and so forth.
Yeah. And so really it's to kind of help those people preserve the life of their vehicle a little bit more, put some safety features in there, and, all the while you get some cool bells and whistles too, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
No doubt. So how long has Infotainment been around?
I started it in October of 2008, so we're coming up on 10 years.
Wow, congrats.
Absolutely. It's been fantastic, and we spawned off a couple different other companies, such as navrepair.com and Cave Electronics, OBD Genie, stuff like that.
So, and I'm glad you said that, because the little OBD Genie thing is pretty revolutionary in itself, right? Like it sticks in the port and pushes kind of factory commands into a vehicle, whether it's for backup camera or other cool things. Like on my Challenger, I love the performance pages.
Absolutely.
So you can do all kinds of stuff like that.
Yep. It's awesome technology, standalone device. You plug it into the OBD2 port below the steering column, and it opens up a whole bunch of different cool things.
Yeah. So what kind of things are on the horizon? Like I saw recently you guys have what I guess they're called retrofit kits. So what does that mean? Like the vehicle, there's the 17s and 18s, I guess, rolling out with these cool new features and stuff. Is that kind of where it leads?
Yeah, so basically, if you want the top-of-the-line infotainment system, which is, the radio, for lack of better terms, if you want a really nice one, you got to get the upper-level trim package.
Go buy a whole new car when you're buying a car.
Exactly. So let's just take the Jeep Wrangler. You go to buy a Jeep Wrangler, and you want the cool system, navigation, Bluetooth, the whole 9 yards. You got to buy one that's $42,000, the high trim level.
Yeah.
But you only want to spend $28,000. Well, you can spend $28,000. Then you give us a call, and we can hook it up. So you got the same system as the $42,000.
Oh, so that's awesome. So then somebody can kind of roll off the lot with a vehicle that's maybe in their budget range, and then reach out to infotainment.com and say, "Hey, I want to upgrade this factory radio to one that has all the bells and whistles that I wanted." On the car lot, kind of a deal.
And it's crazy because, the Jeep Wrangler in itself is a big car for us, customers of Jeeps.
Yeah.
They never put a backup camera from the factory until the 2018 JLs.
That's crazy.
So
really?
You're talking...
On a Jeep Wrangler?
For a Jeep Wrangler, it is not a factory option.
Wow.
Until 2018. So there's a lot of Jeeps out there that do not have backup camera. And as you know, it's an awesome safety feature to have. So
yeah. Well, no doubt. And plus, Jeeps are awesome. They're unique. People are typically acquainted with like a fun vehicle, so you're always in all kinds of different places where a backup camera would be really super handy.
Absolutely.
So, all right, so cool. So there you go. So people listening to this, go to infotainment.com. You can get yourself upgraded, whether to a factory safety feature or to add on other cool stuff. And I appreciate the time we're able to speak with you. You guys are located out here in Oviedo, and I think you've got some great growth here. You're in a beautiful facility, so I really appreciate the time you're able to chat with me, because I know you're running a business. You're not just sitting back here, but that's so I appreciate that, Doug. But what I wanted to say too, are there other cool things like I've seen on your website there's some badass stuff for Ram trucks and people that are Ram truck owners. Like, this website is the place where you can do virtually almost any kind of upgrade, right?
Yep.
I mean.
We are branching out. Our core upgrades are your radio touchscreen infotainment system, as I mentioned, backup camera, Bluetooth, satellite radio. But what we do is, we can branch out from there. So we're doing power folding tow mirrors, cargo camera, so you can see what's going on in the bed of your truck when you're flying down the highway. Yeah. Clusters, I mean, you name it. So we're branching out.
Wow, that's incredible. So you guys are pretty heavy on research and development too here as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So that's all power folding mirrors, like they fold by themselves, or you have to manually fold them?
Yep. You press a button and they fold in.
Oh, damn. See, that's pretty cool. All right, cool deal. So talking with Doug Andrunas out here at infotainment.com, of course, Nav Repair, OBD Genie, those are kind of under the umbrella here, a little bit of a separate entity. But if somebody has, say, like a make or model you guys don't work with, do you have a good enough network where you could refer them over to other people? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. We specialize in all the domestics. So we got our Fords, our GMs, the Chrysler Group, which includes Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But then recently, within the last year, we got into Toyota. That's been a great success for us. We're doing a lot of Toyota stuff.
Yeah, there's tons of those out there on the road.
And, we do hear from customers almost every day, with a Nissan Altima or a Honda
asking
Accord.
For something?
Yes, absolutely. And there's a lot that goes into it. Before we sell anything, we want to make sure we have all the ducks in a row. We can support it perfectly. Yeah. There's nothing worse than just throwing something out there and then saying, hey, good luck.
Yeah, you're on your own or whatever. So you support everything you sell?
Everything.
Oh, and that's a good point, too. I guess, when you look through the site, you see a lot of everything listed as a kit or plug and play. So the customers that purchase from you sound like they kind of do these installs themselves.
Absolutely. We have, on our YouTube page, we have over 70 videos. I think we have up to 4 million hits now on those videos that... It's perfect, for the DIYers, who want to Saturday morning put the upgrade in themselves, follow the video to a T, and you could save some money on installation.
Spot a little. See, and that's really cool too. So they don't need programming. They typically don't need to go anywhere else after they get this kit. They pop, get things all set up, and they're good to go.
Yep, we like to specialize in just plug and play. We don't want to sell you something and say, hey, now you got to go do this, and wait a second, now you got to go do that, or run over there. We want it to be 100% plug and play.
Yeah, as easy as possible. So even somebody that's maybe not a mechanical type of mindset could pretty much do it. They know how to change out screws or what have you.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, cool deal. Well, hey man, like I said, I appreciate your time. I know you got a lot of stuff going on. But just in closing, are there any things kind of coming out that you want to do? I know you probably don't talk to that a lot because of R&D, kind of keep that hush hush. But are there any kind of things that you would want to do out there or give out to our listening audience to kind of talk about?
The big new thing is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We are starting to roll those out, retrofitting those back into older models. There are in the aftermarket world, if you go to Best Buy and stuff like that, aftermarket kits you can put in with a bunch of different modules and tuners and stuff. But what we like to do is stick 100% factory here at Infotainment. So we're going to be rolling those out We've actually been doing it here for over a year now. But every month we're rolling out more and more vehicles. So something definitely to look out for.
Well, you see, that's awesome, and I appreciate that little added insight because that's a super great safety feature. If you're not messing with your phone, you're going to live another day. So you guys give that to people in their later model vehicles. Where's that start? Probably 15s and ups, kind of a deal.
Yep. So right around, depending on the vehicle itself.
Okay.
But 13 and up in some vehicles, 15 and up in others.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, good deal. Well, hey, man, again, appreciate it. We love talking about you guys, and now that our audience base knows a little bit more about what you do, I am sure we're going to encourage them to go check out infotainment.com for your radio upgrade needs. You don't do anything aftermarket. It's all factory, pretty much. All factory. There you go. All right, so you're not going to get a little aftermarket solution. It's all factory. Improving and keeping the value of your vehicle, extending the life of your vehicle a little bit more. It's Ideapreneur. Doug Indrunas. You rock, brother. Thanks for spending some time. Yeah, man. Appreciate it. All right. So, the JB Rev Show, we're coming up on our Season 8 Ocho series finale. That'll be next week. Flippity floppity floppity. See ya. WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.